Welcome to BeatzNEatz. I'm Chef Met, aka Moonwater, your wellness musician. Today we are making sirloin steak, sweet potato, and Brussels sprouts bowl. And the ingredients for this bowl are sirloin steak, sea salt and pepper, Worcestershire sauce, roasted garlic, butter, and we have some melted as well, sweet potato, honey, cinnamon, Brussels sprouts, olive oil, and rosemary. Oh my gosh, so many great, wonderful ingredients. You ready to cook? Let's cook. We're gonna start out prepping our ingredients, but they're already prepped, but we're gonna go ahead and get our Brussels sprouts and our sweet potatoes going for the oven, and we're gonna cook our steak in this cast iron skillet. But first we're gonna do our potatoes. So you see I have this is about 3 small sweet potatoes here that I cut up in quarter size, I guess quarter of an inch. And you can do this in meal prep. You can do this for, if you just want a quick roasted sweet potato, this is a very good recipe. So in this bowl, I'm going to add my melted butter. I am going to add my honey. And that was about a tablespoon of butter. I'm just gonna coat my sweet potatoes with my honey. And then I'm going to add my cinnamon. And you can do about a about a teaspoon, depending on how much you like cinnamon. A shake around. Mix it around a bit. Or you can just put it in a bowl and just give it a good shake so that way everything gets coated. And this is good for your fiber. Sweet potatoes, they are just great sweet potatoes just great overall. It just give you that good fiber, that healthy carb. If you're trying to gain weight or trying to lose weight, sweet potatoes are good for that. And they're very satiating, which is my favorite word all times. So you see that fast, we have our sweet potato ready. I'm just gonna hit my pan with some olive oil spray to keep it from sticking. I love this for meal prep for the week. Just pop these guys in the oven and let them roast. I do it about 385. Just spread them out. And here we are, sweet potatoes ready to go in the oven. And now I'm going to do my Brussels sprouts. And I'm going to, in similar fashion, toss my Brussels sprouts in some oil. And we got another fibrous, detoxifying, anti-inflammatory, fibrous, vitamin K in our Brussels sprouts. I have to make sure I list these things. I don't forget to give you guys the pertinent information that you need to make what you have and the nutrients that are involved with it. So you see I have about 2 pounds of Brussels sprouts here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to coat it with some olive oil. And I have here some fresh dried rosemary that I'm going to put on top or mix in my Brussels sprouts. And I want to make sure my pieces are pretty small when it goes on there. I'm just going to distribute it along there. And then we're going to hit it with some sea salt. And I would definitely leave the recipe in the comments, I promise. So now we have everything we need in our Brussels sprouts. So once again, we're going to give that a toss around. Make sure the olive oil is on there, sea salt, everything. And it's amazing how as you're cooking, like the smells are, even before you start the heating process, how the smells just all start to come together. And that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm just gonna once again hit my pan with some spray, cooking spray. And then just put everything on your pan. And once again, you want it spread out. You can see I have the leaves in here as well that came separated from the Brussels sprouts. And what I like to do is just push those to the side, let those cook all together because they cook pretty swiftly. So you want to make sure that they don't burn. So I just collect them in a corner, and all the rest of these big pieces that are intact, I just flip them over. And these are also ready to pop in the oven. So you see how fast that was? All this, you're cleaning your Brussels sprouts or cleaning your vegetables, cutting them, seasoning them, putting it on the pan, popping it in the oven, letting it cook. Sounds so simple, doesn't it? And it can be once you get in the mindset of, I want to try this, I want to cook this. And even if it's just one thing, if you cook just the Brussels sprouts, or maybe just cook the sweet potatoes, that's one thing that you cook that is leading you in the right direction for your health. Got the sweet potatoes, the beta carotene, the gut health, the healthy skin, all the things that you want. So I'm going to pop these in the oven, and then I'm going to start on my steak. That's what we're going to do. One thing I did mean to mention is that when you cook these, you want to make sure that you place some foil over your pan, so that way it can lock in your steam and cook really fast and get your vegetables really, really tender. I'm so excited. I love bowls. I love meal prepping. I love quick cooking. Of course, I love healthy cooking. We're going to try this again. So now that we have our Brussels sprouts and our sweet potatoes roasting in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to prepare our sirloin steak so we can bring that bowl together and just get all that protein, goodness, and iron, and strength, and energy. And turn my cooktop on. And I'm using my cast iron skillet because I like how the cast iron just really sears the steak and brings all that flavor together, getting nice and warm. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in my butter. So when I drop that steak in, it's just gonna give it that nice sizzle. Now we just start getting our steak ready. And so what I've done is I've cut my steak into the sirloin into pieces, into slices, so it could cook faster, and then I'll have pieces for my bowl as well. Put it running around my pan. And so I want it warm enough, hot enough, so when I put it in there, it's gonna flash and sear, and then I can turn it down and just let it cook. And I even have oil on hand if I need to, just kind of hit it with some oil as well. That's on standby. And this is pretty lean, the sirloin cuts are. So let's just give it a test run. So I'm just crank my pan up just a little bit more. Oh yeah. You see how thin the pieces are. And so now I'm going to put my roasted garlic in as well. Just try to tuck it in. Steak. Make sure my garlic gets on individual pieces. Y'all see how focused I get when I'm cooking? I just like I have to remind myself that, you know, be present and on camera. Because that's how much I love cooking. I can be just so enthralled in what's going on. I have to remember to talk to you guys. You guys doing okay? Are you gonna try this recipe? I hope that you do. Like I say, these are thinner pieces, so I can just flip them over a couple times and just check them and get them to the right consistency that I want. And then when I take them out, just sit them on a cutting board and just let them settle. Just gonna braise it a little. Let that garlic and that oil and the butter and everything just play together. You guys, it smells so good. Just a char right there. Beautiful char. A beautiful cook, I should say. So I think I'm ready to let the steak sit and settle. And there we have it. Our beautiful steaks just sitting, ready to go in our bowl. Our sweet potato Brussels sprouts bowl that we're making today here on BeatzNEatz. And once they come out the oven, we're gonna layer those beets over these eats. And speaking of beets, this beat, the rhythm is therapeutic. The vocals open a door that's so relaxing, but also fire. The 808s welcome you with a warm embrace. I call this beat Aces. It's therapeutic, it's fun, it's relaxing, you still got that hard knock to it, the 808s. That's Aces right here on BeatzNEatz. All right, so when we come back, we're gonna get this steak and those sweet potatoes and those Brussels sprouts all ready to plate and put in a bowl and taste. Oh my gosh, you ready to plate? So we're back and our sirloin steak, sweet potato, and Brussels sprout bowl is ready. And I can't say plated up, but it's bowled up and it is so beautiful in its color and array of the char on the Brussels sprouts and the sweet potatoes and that steak. It's just a very beautiful, beautiful masterpiece that we have created here on BeatzNEatz today. So I'm ready to taste this beautiful, beautiful tapestry of food, if you will, and just see what it's working with. Let's taste this. Let's just dig in. Let's pick up a bowl. I want to get a nice combination of, let's just see how tender these Brussels sprouts are. Melt in your mouth, and then just go ahead and finish it. Like, give a sweet potato, honey, cinnamon, butter. I taste it all in there, and combined with that Brussels sprout. And I cooked both of these in the oven for about 35 minutes on 400 degrees. You do between 385 and 400, depending on how tender you like your vegetables and your potatoes. But this is spot on. So let's give this steak a taste. Let me find a small piece. And I have me some steak sauce here ready. Just a season well, flavorful. I taste that roasted garlic in there, and that the Worcestershire sauce just brings it all together. You guys, this is great. If you want to meal prep, I'm sorry for talking with my mouth open, but this is so delicious. If you want to meal prep for the week, and you want to be sure you get your proteins in, your fiber in, your nutrients in, this is a very good bowl to go to. You got your fiber, it's filling, it's healthy, it's cinnamon, antioxidant. I'm just reminding myself of what's in it. Protein in the steak, the iron, the strength and energy, the Brussels sprouts, detoxifying, the anti-inflammatory, the fiber, and the vitamin K, the rosemary, the brain function, the memory, the focus, and the honey with the blood glucose balance level. And I love honey. The cinnamon is an antioxidant. Like I said, the fiber, the sweet potato, the beta carotene, gut health, the healthy skin, all of those in a bowl. So I'm gonna take all my nutrients, all my vitamins, my steak sauce, and we're gonna head out. Enjoy some beets.